Hello everybody, this is Sonia. Now I'm come on here today because I wanted to do some work on my Gypsy book. I'm not going to call it an album because it says it's going to have pages in it, but not a lot. Like for, actually I'm going to put little journals in here in the top pockets, okay? Otherwise it's pretty much for, well, it's not actually for the look, but it is, you know. Anyway, look, I'm just going to put it on the door. Here's my door, and I'm going to put that on the front of the book, and I'll just show you as I go what I'm going to do with whatever I'm up to next, okay? So I think you've got a wide enough view there. How about that? Yeah, okay. So we're going to do that. Now, I'm sorry about the dogs are barking because my daughter's brought her dog to visit, and my dog's not, her other dog, he's not happy about it, but that's okay. The man next door's cutting down a tree and the aeroplanes were flying over, so everything started going okay. So it's quiet, but I can't say it's going to stay that way. So hopefully I can do a video for you to show you what I'm doing here today, okay? Just a mouthful of water yet again. Anyway, so let's get on with this. Like I said, there's my door. So I want to put this piece of string up in through here, okay, because I made a little rod thing and it was way too big to go up in there to turn the page. Then I couldn't figure out how to put it on, so we're hoping that this is going to work. I've actually pushed this in underneath there. I've come through there with my cotton, and I've got a little lump because there's a knot in there, but I'm going to leave that and stick it down when I've figured out if this is going to work first, okay? So here I go. I'm going to just thread. I was thinking maybe I need a bit heavier cord than this. I'm going to just thread that up through here. I don't know if this is going to work yet, so this is all in the what I'm going to do now, plan on, but I thought I'd video just in case it does. Looks like it's going to work to me. Look at that. It's not the right colour, but I can do that with a pencil, can't I? I'll make it red. Either we'll be able to or not. I'm just going to tie a bit up here. I'm going to have to use a lot of this. That's not coming out enough. How about something else with a bit more pencil? Yeah, that'll go all through my string. Look at that. Might take a little minute. I'm just going to colour this in here, look. Because it shouldn't come off. Well, it usually doesn't. This I'm using a Bic marker, permanent marker, so it's not going to come off the string, is it? Okay, and get down in there a bit further. I get down under here, and I've coloured in my string. Isn't that cool? So you can do things if you haven't got the right colour. You can always fix it with a permanent marker, usually. Get this bit up the end here. I might slide it along and just do a bit more than just in case, because we don't want it coming out, all coming out. And you can see what I'm doing, can't you? Yeah, very good. Yes, it's very busy out there today. We don't even live in the main part of the road. We're actually pretty much on the outskirts. Well, not now. We used to be on the outskirts of town, but it seems to be a busy place up here. So today it's all happening. Always was a busy road though, this one, considering it's only very small. It doesn't go very far. And oh well, it does. Obviously to all the people's homes, but still. Okay, so that's really working well, isn't it? I'm not disappointed with that at all. Just want to make sure that I get it all over, twist it round a bit. And there's a bit over this side here. And it shouldn't take long to dry. This is only a piece of string that I got off a tag that I purchased in somewhere. I don't know whether... Yeah, that's all it is. It's a piece of string. So covered quite well actually, didn't it? Look at that. And I missed a bit under here. And so that's going to hold my door on. I hope. Let me put this camera here. Right, now I'll push it back a bit. Probably won't stay there though for me. Now I need to make sure that this is going to be pretty solid. Like, I don't want it, so I'm going to go down in the inside under here, because this is actually a pocket in the front, so I can take that string through there and bring it out. I have got a reasonably thick needle, but it went through okay there, so that's good. Got him? Have I got him? Good. That's alright, isn't it? We'll see, it's going to be actually fastened down there eventually, the door. That's good. I haven't done any work on this for a really long time, and I know a few people have been asking where it is, but I get I drive around from one thing to another all the time because okay, let's go through there nicely now. You know what I might do? I might thread a couple of things on that, a couple of wooden beads or something. No, I don't know if you need that on there. I'll think about that. I might just end this off by a back stitch. I'll go through again to the inside. Okay, this is getting a bit harder. Alright, because I'm going back through where I just come out. I need to get a bit in a different place. Right. I should get the pliers out first. Let's take these pages out of here and make it a bit easier. Okay, got it? Have I got it? Yep. It's pretty tight, I hope. Shouldn't move too far away. There's the door. And behind the door, I have a fortune teller. Now I'm just going to leave that hanging in there for a while till I decide what I'm going to do with that bit. I'll have to end it off, I'd imagine, shortly, but now I need to... I wanted to fix this part, the front part first, but I think putting all the bits and pieces like any sort of bling and things might have to wait till I do a bit more construction work on it first. I think I need to put, I might do a bit around here and do the front page a bit more, but if I'm going to put something on the front of here, like them little lights maybe, you know, so that looks like there's little lights on the side. I've actually put, since I would have done something on this before, I've actually put it onto a bigger piece of furnishing fabric, this red bit that I've got the door onto, so it could have this as a cover. Okay, and then I've got this part here that I still have to do some work on, so I'm going to just do a bit more here on the front now. I want to put some more bits and pieces on the around it and on the bottom for the tassel part, and you know, just give it a bit more of a, oh look at that, isn't that nice? Yeah. Every piece of stuff I own I think is nice. Oh dear, it is good, all good. Look at this, isn't it beautiful? I got this in some stuff I bought from eBay, I think, or somewhere. Doesn't it look gorgeous? Would that be above the top of the caravan? Why not? Maybe it might be too wide, I don't know. We'll think about it a minute. Let's do something around the fortune teller first. Now this is actually a doll of this picture, and I put that across there. I got the picture of the fortune. It was really hard to find something that I could put on that. So I'm going to put something that's not too... Oh, these are nice to put on. So she's got some of these around her head. They're going to be underneath there then, aren't they? Okay, let's get something that's not too thick, something that's a bit thin, that we can put around the outside of it. Now I'm going to tape this because I still am not getting this right. 42 minutes that's up to. Let me work it out so I can turn it off at the right time. 42 minutes, say 45 just for argument's sake. Now I want it to go for 45 minutes, so that is 10:90, which is and that says 1.5 hours, 1 hour 30. I can turn it off. How's that? Is that right? I hope so. 1 hour 30 I can switch it off, and then I can hopefully get it all in the one thing. Righto. Okay, so now I don't know whether I'm going to put anything else on here. I might have to do an edge around here. That's a good idea. Put an edge around that. Okay, so I've got a nice little bundle of stuff here. Okay. But I don't know whether I've got the thinner pieces here. That's the trouble. I went and got these bits and put them all in here so I could work on this safely, so I could work on here. Gypsy pieces, gypsy style pieces to do this with. Like that bit. I want to do something to go around the edge. A bit of zigzag, yeah, what do you call it? That zigzag stuff. But not that colour, that's wrong. We're not putting pink on there. We could probably put purple on there. Rick-rack, this might be called a zigzag. Bit of rick-rack around it. No, bit down here. No, I don't know. This is not good. Not deciding here very well, am I? It takes a bit of work to work out these things for me. I want it to be right. It has to be just right, you know. Can't afford not to have it just right. As far as I'm concerned, I just need it to be exactly the right thing. I've got it in here somewhere, I know I have. Just got to pick it out. Something to go around that thing, Sonia. Oh, hang on. This is interesting. This orange one. There. That's going to work, but I'm going to have to just add a bit more. So let's just do this bit. Actually, I was going to go around that with too. No, not now. Do this piece along here first, Sonia. So we're going to put that down there and cut that off because I don't want to have the going around the corner thing. I want it to all go neatly across because I'm going to put something on the edge of it then. All the plans up in my head, okay? So there'll probably be a lot of sticking and gluing here, as my husband calls it. Sticking and gluing. That one. Okay. Now we're going to go down here. And it doesn't matter if I don't get those end bits in because I can either trim them back or put something on them, because that was what my idea is anyway, to put something around it. And this is actually sort of a variegated piece that I've got here, and it goes from orange to red colours. A ball of stuff that I bought. At the time I think it was only really cheap. You can't get nothing at Vinnie's, that's one of our St. Vincent's de Paul stores here any more cheap, because they put all the prices, nothing is under $1. They don't have anything under $1 because, I know $1's not much money, but I mean they charge $1 for something that's very minute and probably not worth that much. We'll see what happens anyway. We're going to put that there like that and see how that looks, and then try and, you know, organise it a little bit better. Oh dear, I cut that Should have them other big scissors here somewhere to do this with. But then there's going to be glue all over them if I do that, isn't there? Okay, so we've got that. Now, I've also got these here. I'm afraid I'm going to have to turn it up that way so I can see what I'm doing, because now I can see that that's crooked. And there's a lot of icky stuff here going on. Canary dog barking. We have the tiniest little thing. She's not actually, she's a cross between a Chihuahua and something else. Because my daughter thought she was getting a fluffy white dog and it ended up a brown short-haired thing. But anyway, it doesn't matter. She's a beautiful little dog and we've had her for a long time. She was our daughter's dog and she left her here when she moved away. Now she's come back and they've got a big German Shepherd. But he's not very old. Oh, well, he's nearly getting close to being nearly fully grown, but he's not very old and he's a very lovely dog. They're both very nice dogs, but they're finding it hard to... Our dog now, because she's not happy to share her yard yet. She's not got the hang of it, but then she's calmed down a bit. And, she's calmed down a little bit. So how's that? That's a nice bit of a flower, isn't it? Yes. Okay, now I want something more, I don't know, interesting or frilly or something. I don't know what I'm going to put on that bit now. Do I need a button? No, I don't think the gypsies are really keen on buttons. I love these bits of things on string. Got a fair bit of jewellery with bits of and pieces hanging off it that I've actually bought over a very long period of time, probably 2 years, to try to make this book and to get the right bits that I needed for it, you see, because and some of my subbies have sent me some amazing stuff to use as well. And I had it collected up here the other day, but I don't know. I went on a search for something the other day because I wanted to do a bit of beading. I was going to do a tutorial. Couldn't find the thing. Took me forever. And couldn't find it. So I ended up, by the time I did find it, it was burnt in the place where I'd put it anyway, which I had it originally. I thought I'd moved it, but I hadn't obviously moved it at all. So just getting a glass of water here. So I've found it after an hour, and then I couldn't do anything because I was absolutely exhausted from such an idea. I got wild. Oh dear. Maybe not so bad. I don't really get that wild anyway. Usually I'm pretty tame. Okay. I'm just going to have a peep in here. That's an interesting piece of stuff. These are really cool, these beads too, aren't they? Look at that. See, I'll pull them off jewellery. That's where I get them all from. I go and I pay, look, if you pay $2 or $3 or even $1 for a bit of jewellery to pull off a bit of decoration, that's not bad because you get a lot of beads. And you get things that you probably wouldn't find normally somewhere, you know, like, I don't know why I'm leaving that one out, but I will. And I don't know, I've got my little things that I was going to use for lights here somewhere. That'll be in the plan. We're not going to worry about today. We're going to try and see if we can fix this here. Just put your mind on something else for a minute and then come back, okay? That's nice, isn't it? It's pretty. Yes, that is a nice one. Cord. I think I've got all the other bits in a box out in the lounge room because I took it out there yesterday to do something else with it. Okay, that's a nice piece too. Better to put that there. Don't ask me why. Up along there. I'm going pretty fast, you know, in my own head anyway. This is nice. That old man cutting down that tree, I hope he's alright. He probably shouldn't be doing that. My sister's partner, he said to me, how come he's allowed to cut that down? I said, well, they haven't got a tree preservation order in this town. So he's out there chopping down the tree. It's in their own, the neighbour's yard. It's not his yard, it's our neighbour's yard, but obviously she's asking him to do it, I guess. That's interesting. Look at that. That's a piece of rickrack, and on top of it's got beads laying one that way, one that way. Look at that. Can you see what I'm showing you? See? There's a piece of rickrack, and there's got beads going one way and then back the other. That's interesting, isn't it? Right, yeah, of course it is. Oh dear. Come on, I must be on it. I'll get on a roll here in a minute. Nobody panic. I'm going to get the hang of what I'm up to here any minute now. Any minute now. I know I have a sequence on a string somewhere. Here we go. Nasty noise. Nasty noise. No, not that, not one. Not that sequence on a string. How about this sequence on a string? I don't think I'm going to be able to put anything around here because it's going to cover up the words, so I'm going to leave that like it is, and that's just how that's going to be. This is how it's going to be, like that. I've had these things since the year dot and haven't done anything with them yet. This sequence, these flowers. I actually made some too, but this was bought like this a really, really long time ago, before I even started doing this sort of thing. Okay, alright, Sonia, something must be going to take your liking here in a minute, surely. Before everybody turns off the That's interesting, that piece of stuff, isn't it? Wonder what that was off for. I suppose that doesn't really matter, Sonia, does it? No, I don't like that. Okay. Excuse me a minute, I've got something in my eye. It's not good. Dear oh dear. I don't know how that happens when you wear glasses and I'm inside. But anyhow, I'm thinking I might put that piece of green across there, even though I don't know if it goes with all the other colours. Oh yes, it's good. Let's put this across the top of this. I'm going to use that there. I think it'll look nice behind that, won't it? Yep, it will. Look very nice behind there. Cut that off there. Looking around here trying to find something that I probably won't ever. I mean, you're looking for something you think you want. You think, oh no, this is not quite right what I need. It's not quite what I need, that isn't. Now I don't know whether to go over the edges or not. Let me see here. Does it need to go around there? Oh, could do. I'll leave it end and flat and then I can put some sort of decoration on it, I guess. We'll just leave it flat. Okay. Right. The glue's coming through there a bit, but it's alright. It'll dry and then I can tuck and pat and fix. Okay. Now this has to be fastened down here with something in the doorway. Lots of bits here to put on. That looks good. I do like that. It actually is another piece of stuff that of trim that I bought on eBay. I got a nice little parcel of trims. I don't know, it was only a few dollars. It wasn't very dear. I think it's really good that you can buy this sort of stuff, because when you go to a place where, you know, like they sell these sort of things, and especially like a sewing shop, which we don't have one of it, it's really dear a metre, and I've just got a big arrangement of all different sorts, you see, for which is good, because then you get some of each for not very much money at all. So it's worth going on there and looking, even if you have to wait a little while. It's worth doing that too. It's worth waiting a little while for. Whoops, that's not good. What am I doing here? I think that's a little bit skew with that cover, and that's just something that's going to have to. How the way it is made. It's the way it's all made, so it's. Righto, sort of puffing and sniffing and carrying on going on. Now, so that went up past this piece. I guess this one should too, to make that look right. There must be a metre of this here. To make this look properly, I think I'll take it up over the top of that as well. So I'm going to just cut a tiny bit of this off. This is, can you see what I'm doing? Yes. I'm just going to cut a tiny bit of this off here, okay? And okay, so I've got another 30 minutes before it all goes wrong. Well, before it stops. Okay, so if I put that there and then come down here with this piece, this is the outside of the caravan. Okay, that's in your imagination and mine. Okay, so we can imagine that. Put lots of glue on because I've got a new pot and it's fairly running everywhere. Okay, dear oh dear. It's either you got too much or you ain't got any at all. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, this is a crafting world. So that's there for that bit. Excuse me. Okie dokie. We've got a very overcast day here today. It's hot and it looks like it could rain. It doesn't know what it wants to do really, I don't think. It's windy, but that's nice. We've got to have a breeze. Got to have a breeze. I do love the wind, I do. I really. It's got a little bit of a tilt on this, but not bad, eh? Right, now something jazzy across the bottom, and then I can come back in here and do anything else I want to do with that if I want to. But I'll need the jazzy bit on the bottom first. I really do. And that's goes way over the top. They could go on another page somewhere. Put it back in the bottle, jar, box, whatever. Keep it all together. I wanted to use some of this purple on a string here. Wait a minute. No, it's not quite what we need though. What does this thing keep on pulling down there? Okay. The purple's not quite the thing. Right? Is it? No. It's not quite the thing. Now let me see. I have bling on a string up there. I do. If you can just hang on a second, I'm going to get this box down. Just, why am I not moving? My chair, I should say. I know what, I'm moving now, okay, so nobody panic. I'm just going over here. Get this thing here. Takes a bit of work me getting out. I've got these legs of mine. They're not really partially moving about that much. They get stuck when I sit for too long. I haven't been here that long though. I didn't think. Okay, there's the lid off that one, Phil. But that's alright. I'm not going to panic too much just yet. I'm going to wait. Just hang on, everybody. Bling on the string. Right. Got that one too. this all back down here. Okay. Now I've got some bling on a string. Hang in there a minute. I'll pick out a couple that I think may look fine. Don't know. Don't know about that. Oh, that's pretty bright for that pink. There's a few bits of that. Just a bit out of another box I got there. Right. I'm back. I feel like I run 40 mile, but that's because I've got too many woolen clothes on as well, I suppose. Now this is okay, but I don't know if I'm too overstruck on the colour, what it's going to look like. I'll just put these pages in here to sit them in there, and then see that's their tassely bits on there. So the beads look really cool, wouldn't they, on the bottom of this? Those beads. I could use the sequins, I suppose. They're on a little disc thing. Got some gold ones in some of them. I could cut a bit of that string, but I'm thinking, oh, this is nice. That one. Oh goodness, isn't that pretty? It doesn't quite do a lot for. Oh no, wait a minute. Hang on. Maybe. I don't know. Take them things out for the inside a minute while we look at this, okay? We need to look at this and see what it looks like. Okay. Close the door. Might have to put a stitch on that to hold that door from doing that wobbly thing. Okay, so let's see what this looks like on the bottom of that. Actually, there's green up in there, isn't there? Right. Okay, so we could put that piece on, and then we could put, I'm going to put these back in a, I'll put them in that potty. Look at that bit. I got this off a purse. I got a whole heap of this. I cut up, there was a bag covered in these bits of beaded work. Isn't that neat? Too much? Too much? Nice. Too much? Oh dear. A bit of gold and a bit of gold and a bit of this. Not too much now. How about that? That looks better, doesn't it? Yep, goes with the front here a bit better. Okay, so we'll glue that onto there. Okay. Right. Now if I glue that over there, it's stuck to my hand. Alright, we'll try this again. Alright, glue this over here, like so. What have I hidden my clock now? I can't see what I'm up to here. I'll glue that across there, okay? And then I'm going to put a bit of this. I'm not going to put that full width. I might just cut it down to 2 maybe. Or will I use the 3 across the bottom of it? I need to make a ladder to come in there, don't I? Oh dear. Right. Okay, so quickly now, we'll do this bit so we can do the ladder. Alright? I want to show you how to make a ladder. Now I want to make sure this is not going to come unstuck, so I want to put a bit of glue on that, because when you cut something off that's beaded, you can save it by putting a bit of glue, you know, so it doesn't take off on you. Okay, now I'm not going to take it right to the edge, because I might put a piece of something up along the edge to for that. Now this is actually stretchy, so I'm going to be careful not to stretch it, because I don't think it'll look good stretched across. You know, well, it won't. I think I'd rather just lay it like that, because so you can pull it right out if you want to. I don't know if I want to do that. I think I'll just leave it like it is. Okay, now that looks nice, and I'm going to cut this up here, and then I'm going to glue that piece under here so it's okay. Right, I'm sorry about any background noise. Because the wind's blowing too, everything's, you can hear everything really coming in our direction, sort of. Okay, now I might put the 3 strips. Didn't I decide that? Yes, the 3 panels of that across there, because I don't know, it's just going to look right to me, I think. I want it open. If you don't want to, so I've got to put a ladder in there, so I'm going to need to put this on. I'm going to put a ladder in there. How am I going to make a ladder? Anybody got an idea? Quick. Got to make a ladder. I have to think about that. Oh dear, I'm covered in fluff now. Where's this thing? Right. Oh, let me see. We'll put this down. I don't. People mightn't like doing part 2. A lot of you don't watch me part 2, but you know that's okay. You don't have to. I mean, if you've got enough of watching the part 1 of things, that's okay. But I might have to do part 2 because this, I don't know whether it's because I just go too slow. It takes me too long to decide, because I don't want to have to panic about these things not being right, you know, like having to go. I've actually cut 5 minutes off the last one I did because of the, I'm going to glue that. Should I glue that, or should I, how am I going to put that down there? I suppose I could glue it. Stick something on it to keep it from flapping down, because it's got a wobbly bit. I think that's because these things are not all the same distance. I don't know. I just made a bit of a faux pas on that, I'd imagine. Okay, so I'm going to make a ladder. Okay, I don't know how. I know I tried to make steps, and I thought, well, I can't do steps. I tried and tried to make steps, and I couldn't work out how to do them. So, you just look at this for a minute. I'm going to be here with you. I'm just going to try and clean my hands a bit to get the glue off me. And then I'm going to figure out how to make a ladder. Okay, I can make it out of chain. I can make it out of... No, can't make it out of that. There's got to be something. There's got to be an idea here. Really easy, fair next to me paper, but that would... I have a stamp, about a stamp ladder. Okay, make a ladder. I put together once a ladder for the bird out that we had, a big ladder, and it was a bit sideways and skew, but he wouldn't have minded. The family thought it was quite funny because it was a bit skew and stuff. But you got to have a go at these things, and I don't think by that at that stage I'd never worked with anything like timber or anything. Come on, Sonia. Use your whatever and figure out that ladder thing. Okay. How do I do a ladder? Alright. I imagine I could use ribbon or something. Do you think? Well, the gypsy has to have a way of getting into his caravan, or her caravan, don't they? So we need to put something there. Right, well, we've got that clear now. We have got that clear, that we need something for a ladder. That might look quite weird, actually. I don't know. I've made all sorts of things in the past for different reasons, and I shouldn't be worried about trying to do this, should I? Really? Okay, let's try that. We'll have a go. We can have a go at that. So that's wide enough, isn't it? Because you don't want it too big, I guess. Okay, so if I put those across there and just have it hanging down the front, So we need this to be same side as that. Nearly square, isn't it? It's a bit wrong. I should have not cut that off. I should have kept this one because I don't want them to be that wide, I don't think. I want it to be... should it go over the edge? Why not? Just for... like that. I guess if I do this, it's not gonna matter too for if it doesn't work. Well, it'd be nice if it does. Could have made it out of sticks or something, I suppose, but I don't know if I have any small ones and where they would be. It'd be another toothpicks might work. Yeah, but there's a lot of gluing in that may not work out for us. That idea. You see what I'm doing? I'm just sticking that onto there and that onto there. Under there, you go on there. Thought I was going to take it over the end a little bit, didn't I? What happened with that, Sonia? Oh dear, that's sort of going, sort of working. Two. I'm just sorry about this. Fiddling down around here, and you know what I've done? I should have had a lot longer at the bottom, so that's where it stands on the ground. Isn't that right? Eh? I should have had. Well, 2 steps is enough. Let's just try this first, and then we can query the rest of it. Let's just try this bit. Come on, don't do this to me. I hope I'm going to have to show you what I'm doing in a minute because my hands are in the road, and I'm sorry about that. I have to do this to get hold of everything. I hope I'm getting hold of everything. And I'm getting stuck to everything as well, by the way. Do that onto there, and that onto there, and this onto here over here. And try to make it as good as I possibly can. I've got the vision somewhere. I just hope that it's going to look all right. Okay. Oh, goodness me. Let me see what that looks like. Quite wrong. It's a bit silly, isn't it? Okay, how about that? Like a step. How about that like a step, maybe? This bit here. Yeah. Does it look like a step? I don't know. That's not bad. That's not too bad. I mean, your imagination, but so you can't put that there, Sonia, because you've got to open the book. So you're going to have to glue something to this, right? So how about I glue that down there like that, and we all imagine that that is a ladder. Right? We're all going to imagine that there are some steps there, or a ladder that comes into the wagon. Got it. Having that, please. Thank you. It's going to work. It's going to look just fine. Glue on there. It's not supposed to be constructed as the real thing, is it? Because I don't think I could do that today. Now I've got glue everywhere, by the way. As long as I've got some on these things, so I can sit that there. It's only like a little box now, but that doesn't matter because it's going to look just fine. Oh, glue. Oh, dear. I'm going to use the end of my scissors to press this into place, I think. As you can actually get that off there. Your hands, you can't get your hands to get off there. Okay. Now you're going to pretend that's a ladder. okay, or some set of stairs under the thingy. Maybe I need to fill them in, I don't know, I'm not going to, but I'm just going to leave that like that because it's all in our imagination, alright? So your imagination's got to go with that. And there's glue too, there's always glue when it dries a bit. Okay, so there is my the worst excuse for a ladder. How about if I fill that in? What's that going to look like if I put it all in there? It's all covered in. I think it might be better. I do. I've got a feeling if I'm thinking I'm going to have a step, I need to do it like this. I'm just going to try it anyway. And look and see what it looks like. Because if I have to take this and put it somewhere else, that's fine. Well, it can be a box. It's not a ladder, it's a box. Okay, so there's a box there that you can get up to get in the caravan. I do start these things, don't I? And then see I have to finish them because I decided to make a door, and I thought, oh no, you need to have that, then you need to have this, and you know, you got to have it how you want it to be, don't you? You've got to keep work until you think you're right. You think you're right? Okay, I think I'm right. I'd rather have it filled in, although everybody's different. And I mean, it's just like a box that sits there. You can climb up on that and get into the wagon, okay? See the lady. That's your fortune. Now I'm going to be putting more stuff on, so I think I'm going to go now. I mean, I know before it cuts out, and I'm coming back in a second. Okay, so thank you for watching, and we'll be back in a minute.